As the conversation around policing practices in our country continues, change is slowly happening in some parts of the country. The state of Wyoming, for example, officially has its first black sheriff in its history, 39-year-old Sheriff Aaron Appelhans. And Sheriff Appelhans joins us now. Thank you so much for being here, and congratulations on your history-making appointment. I'd like to start out with just the idea of being in law enforcement isn't something that you always considered, it sounds like. Tell us what led you down the path to ultimately protect and serve.
I was kind of recruited into law enforcement. I really wasn't thinking about getting into it about a decade ago, and chief of police at the time at the university where I was working came by and said, "Hey, I think you'd be good for law enforcement." I was working in college recruiting and college counseling, and says you do well talking with people and working with people, and so I could teach you all the things you need to know about law enforcement, but I can't always teach everybody how to talk and interact with people. So recruited me to come on, and I was looking to do a little bit of a career change where I could be more hands-on in terms of helping out my community and serving, and so it was a good match, one that I didn't see coming, but a good match nonetheless.
And now there is a new sheriff in town, and I'd like to get a sense from you as well with the ongoing police-involved shootings that we've seen, one that even involved your own predecessor that led to him stepping down. Where do you see the opportunities for law enforcement to change their approach when dealing with the public while also trying to keep themselves safe from bad actors?
I definitely think we have a big opportunity to not only change the way we police, the way we interact with our community, but still remain safe and still provide law enforcement services and safety to our community. I think if you get into kind of a single-handed approach, either where you're heavy-handed with your public or you're completely hands-off with your public, it creates more issues than it solves. And so I definitely think that there's a balance to it.
And if you don't mind, I'd like for you to share with us some of your own experiences prior to carrying a badge that you may have had with police, kind of encounters that you may have personally experienced that perhaps you see molding you as a sheriff now.
Had members of my extended family have interactions with the police in other states, and had seen how they were treated. I've had extended family members also be involved in other legal matters that involved in the police, whether that be gangs or drugs or other crimes as well. And so a lot of that kind of shaped me growing up in terms of seeing not only kind of the human side, on the back end of that criminal justice system of the people that are going through it and the things that they have to go through, but then also getting into law enforcement and seeing kind of the front side of it in terms of enforcing the law and trying to provide safety for everybody. So it's molded me quite a bit to where in the position that I'm in, I'm always cognizant of both sides.
Right, a dual consciousness, if you will, that you're able to bring to the job. Often being the first comes with a lot of responsibility. What are some of the pressures that you feel personally in this role, and do you have the necessary support and structure needed to succeed?
I basically feel two major pressures. The first part is just the job itself, making sure that I come in and do what I set out to do, get the things accomplished that I wanted to do, really make a good name for the department, serve the community. And then the second thing is being the first black sheriff, kind of being the first of my kind here in the state, and that there's not a whole lot of other law enforcement officers that are kind of in my position and look like me, make sure that I hold that door open behind me, create opportunities for people that either want to follow in my footsteps or mimic some of the things that I'm doing as well.
Sheriff Appelhans, once again, congratulations. Thanks so much for talking with us tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.